right, here we go. And away we go.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Memory Bound in Ankeny, Iowa. I'm Kelly and Teresa's here with me. So let's all say Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like a Taco Tuesday, but we're not having tacos, right? Don't know why I said that. But anyway, welcome everyone. We're glad you're joining us. Hey, how did you like Alicia's
I
demo
loved it.
yesterday?
I
Did you
watched
love
it
it,
at home.
Teresa?
Yes, it inspired me. I got some fabric out and I did a little crafting.
Well, it was pretty wonderful, I
Yeah.
will say. She's amazing.
Very talented.
She should be doing all of Tim Holtz's fabric makes and
Oh,
things
I
and other
know.
makes. She does a lot of things, and you can find her on our blog. Yesterday's demo with all of her fabric items will be on our blog in a week or so. But she has things that she's been in before with on our blog. And if you search on Alicia, and she's spelled kind of special, and Janet can spell her name in the comments if you would, please, Janet, because she's an EL. So it's not Alicia, it's Alicia. So good morning. Who's joining us today, Teresa? Lots of people?
Yeah, Stacy and Jean and
Hey,
Ellen
guys.
and Lisa and Deanna.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to let you know what we're going to do today. So this has been
on.
good. Thanks for joining us. I do see that Sue just hopped on. This collection from Reminisce really caught my eye, and I went wild over it. And this video was scheduled maybe like 3 weeks ago, and then 2 weeks ago, and then 1 week ago, and it's finally today. But this came in. It's called the Market. I like to call it Flower Market because it's florals. It kind of reminds me of museum artwork or artist paintings or something, and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to show you what we've made with it, and we're going to make something with it on camera. And with that, we are going to show you how to use the Tim Holtz fringe. And this is something I've had in my stash for a long time, and I got to confess, I've never used it till a few nights ago. Teresa,
like
you're a pro at this.
I know. I have a couple packages because I have one in Halloween and then I think I have one.
Yeah, they had a
someplace else.
black fringe.
They did. I have the black too, of course.
And I don't even know if we can still get the white, but we do have a good supply of it. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
Doug just delivered us some more stuff. You don't want to see what's around me because it's kind of a mess. But anyhow, we're going to show you how to do this because I used it on this little coaster. And isn't that
so
just
cute?
Isn't that just cool?
Yes.
We inked it up, and we're going to show you how to do that because I've never done it before. And Teresa, I'm going to hopefully get help from you if you have other tips on that.
I need to get some fringe in my junk journal. Maybe that would be a fun thing to have.
It would be a great place for the fringe.
And a little texture.
It's $4.99. It's from Tim Holtz. It's actually a Christmas item from his ideology. But at the end of Christmas, we loaded up on it because I knew I liked it, but I never used it. All right. So, and we have new product to show you. So maybe we should get the show on the road with showing you some new things. And then we're going to go ahead and do our demo with the Market. And I hope you like it as much as I do because it, like I said, it caught my eye when it came in.
Stunning.
And I reordered it before we were even out of it. So it's been reordered. But first of all, let's click to the other camera, Teresa. Can we do that? Awesome. Okay. There's my hand, everybody. All right. So let's show you a few things that came in. And I want to show this first. Let me get it out of my bucket here because Alicia was here. I'm going to straighten that just a bit. Alicia was here yesterday, and the thing that I got the wrong thing. Can you get the antique linen distress? All right, I got the wrong product. I got distress spritz, but Teresa went to get the antique linen. But Alicia was here, and she used antique linen spray on almost everything. And maybe we could use it today. Thank you. Teresa went and got me the correct item.
You know what? I don't have any antique linen because after she used it, I looked at my stash and I don't have it.
Do you think Memory Bound has any that's opened?
I don't know. But I got my ink pad out instead. And so
you did? And
I used my ink pad, yeah. But I was like, I don't have antique linen. What?
Well, we might just have to open this one up and give it a spray today. But it's the antique linen distress spray stain. She sprayed it on fabric and everything. And coincidentally, what came in was the distress spray storage tin. And it does hold 12 different bottles of your sprays. And you can see on the bottom here, it tells you how it's, oh, that picture's not really that great. And there's absolutely no price on here, but I bet Janet can link it for us. But you can see how they fit in there nicely, and you can open it up and see what you've got. And so that's back in stock. And these also stack. It's got a little bit of a lip here that maybe you can kind of see. So you can stack one on top of the other. So that's back in stock, and I'm going to set it down. Teresa, you want to open that one? We're going to spray today.
I have Peggy looking to see if
Peggy
maybe
checking?
we have an open one.
Yay, Peggy says we have one.
Chris got it. Or Doug.
Okay. So we've got one here at Memory Bound open. It's almost gone, but we're going to spray one of our projects today.
All right.
All right, and then you mentioned journals a minute ago, Teresa, that you might put some of that fringe in your journal.
Yeah.
And look at here, we got in these bright journals, and I think one of them we might have had before. This is $18.99. And if you open it up, it's got lots of bright pages in it, and they're lined. And it's got that Astro Bright paper, which is really fun. So that's one journal that came in with the bright striped cover. And then I think these are all Astro Bright. So here's another one. They've got these bands on them so you can kind of close them up. And this one's got your solid paper. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm wrong. It's got lined paper. Whoa. I don't know how bright that is on camera, but these are bright.
It's very bright.
I call it neon.
Yeah, I would call it
How fun
neon.
is that? Very fun. And then the other one we have is also Astro Bright, and it's got the black cover with the spiral. It's $16.99. I kept it a secret. This one was $12.49. So secret's out. And this has got the same lined paper in it here with those bright colors. That's just fun.
It is.
Wouldn't that be fun on a vacation? So those are
yeah.
3 journals that are in stock here at Memory Bound. Lisa says it's neon, and I totally agree, Lisa. And these little stickers are kind of neonish. Oh, that is quite a glare, isn't it?
Yep.
There was another sticker in here with dragonflies. I was looking for it, and it has escaped me. Anyhow, here's some dragonfly stickers from the Sticker King. And these are $1.99, and they do have a glitter element. I don't know that you can see it.
There, I saw it.
Because it's very glary.
Yep.
So those, and we have another dragonfly in here that got away from me. I don't know where it's at, but we'll find it. And then we got an order in from LDRS, including this Texturize It stamp. And Teresa, have we had this one before?
I don't remember that one. I
Look at
just
it's got-
leaned forward to look at the
It's got
screen
little
so I could
numbers,
see
and
it.
it's got kind of a little yardstick here, and just some little texturized, some stamps, and a postage stamp. And then it's got a little music note. So that came in yesterday, called Texturize It from LDRS, and it's $16.99. And then this is a new one for us. You know, everyone's loving the collage style of crafting, and this is picnic postage collage. So it says, let's go somewhere, meet at the park, picnic state of mind. I love that. Keep calm, have a picnic. And this is also $16.99.
Kelly, someone asked if we're on YouTube, and yes, we are on YouTube.
We are. We have a YouTube channel, and we should be broadcasting there right this minute. And if you search on Memory Bound Paper Craft Store, that's where you're going to find us. And if you're watching on YouTube, I would just be curious to know if you are watching on YouTube to let us know. I'm just curious how many watch on Facebook, how many watch on YouTube. And Teresa, I found the other Julie's Boutique dragonflies. These are very dimensional. They're kind of a
gems
acrylic.
on those.
Yeah, and they're kind of an acrylic. I don't know why you interrupted LDRS from that, but here's we have had this stamp before. Oops, we're out of focus, Teresa. She's fixing us.
There we go.
There we go. This is the postage collage called Welcome Sunshine. And it's $16.99 also. It's got the definition of vacation and relax. Hey, Teresa, do you want to turn our lights on?
Oh.
And this one is also a postage collage. It's called Hey Girlfriend. We're going to turn on our overhead lights. I don't know if that might help the glare a little bit. It certainly brightened my life up.
Yeah.
And you guys look at this one right here. It's a little gal in her bikini on a lounge chair with a little umbrella.
That's very
And it's
cute.
got little car keys that say getaway, poolside. Very fun. And then they have these stack stamps that have phrases on them, words. This is the Easter one, and it's back in stock. It says Easter wishes, happy Easter, hippity hoppity, somebody loves you. And then there's a die that cuts out the words. And I don't have that die with me. I think we have it in stock. We did get in the shadow die. So if you have this and you have the die, and then if you want to cut your strips a little bit bigger, then this is the shadow die.
It's very handy. I've
It
used one of
is, or
those.
just
I
cut
mean,
it for strips for other
yeah.
things, because it's one die, you cut a whole bunch at once. And the die is $22.99 and $13.49 for the stamp. And since we just talked about a stamp, we missed Tim Holtz. I should have brought this out with the Tim Holtz, but Crazy Things is in stock, and it's here at Memory Bound. And we got that glare right there in the top corner. I'll tilt it
There
a
you
little
go.
bit and bring it up. This goes with Crazy Birds. What else is there, Teresa?
Crazy dogs, crazy cats.
Cats.
And it's just handy to have in general. I use it with lots of different things.
Yeah, it does. You could take those hats and you can cut them out and put them on just about anything. So that's Crazy Things, $29.99. And let me pull off this message. All right, so we got that. And then, okay, we got in the rounded tag punch from We Are. And you know, We Are has a pretty great engineering staff that designs all of the punches. So this one is going to cut out these tags with different types of tops on them, depending on the size of your tag. And we're pretty lucky because Chris cut out a sample for us. So here's what it punches out. And it even does a little embossing around the circle there. Now, then Chris also discovered kind of a tricky thing where she punched two sides. She punched two sides and made a label. So here it is where she took her paper rectangle and put in each side, and then she has a label. So there's the two samples for that. Very cool. And thank you, Chris, for the wonderful sample. It's $28.99, and you can see it even has guides here for how to align your paper.
That makes it easy.
It does, and she's used it on a project she's going to be showing us when she shows her journal. So gotta love that. Oh, Teresa, have you seen these brushes before?
No? Wow.
It's called a surface sweep brush.
It looks like a makeup brush.
It does. It does, although it's a little big for your face,
I
maybe.
suppose.
It's probably about, I don't know, 3 inches wide, something like that. But it's it's synthetic, and it's nice to kind of clean off your surface, and you know, you get that glitter and all that good stuff. Katie doesn't, but some other people might have glitter. It's $6.99, and here it's showing you, here a picture of it in action, right above our price sticker there.
So someone wanted to know about the crazy cats and dogs. We have the dogs, and the cats are on order.
The cats are on
Kellie?
order, yeah.
And then we have the crazy birds. There's one set that the crazy birds comes in a smaller size,
Yeah.
with the accessories together. We have that.
Do you want to
but
get
we're
what we have?
gonna get the
Okay.
crazy birds too.
Teresa's going to grab what we've got.
We do.
Oh,
want to
we
show
do.
this?
Yeah, yes, we
I'll
do
have to
it.
check and see if it's online.
Okay, so
Janet.
here's the sentiment stack die that goes with the sentiment stack stamps. That's a lot to say. And then we showed you the border. Okay, hang on a second. Let me grab that.
The nice thing about this one is it has the squares that line up.
Oh, thank
on
you
the
for
stamp.
mentioning that.
Yeah, it makes it super easy to use.
So you'll see there's little squares on the stamps in each corner, and the same with this die. So you can line them up very easily and cut them out in one swoosh.
Yes.
And then if you'd like the borders that go around it, then we have the sentiment or the shadow, I guess is a better name. So those are all in stock. Okay, we got in a reorder from Elizabeth Crafts. I'm going to move that over and see if that does any. Oh, maybe that helps. Oh, maybe not. So we got in Journal Phrases 4, and this is pretty cool because it's a stamp that says all these things: dance as if no one is watching, be brave, life is a beautiful ride, and flip it over and you have the die. So you stamp once and then you cut once, but you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, about 17 different phrases. And then we also got the all occasion sentiments, and a lot of our staff have been using these. It's a very fine font, and it's got everything on there you could need: birthday, Thanksgiving, anniversary, Mother's Day, Father's Day, retirement, miss you, get well, friends to the end, happy Halloween, thank you, and even just because, and happy harvest. So this is a great little stamp set called All Occasion Sentiments from Elizabeth Crafts, and that's $12.99, and you get all of that. And then we have the Floral Greenery 3. It's back in stock. That's their latest greenery from Elizabeth Crafts. Here's to give you an idea of how big the dies are. And it's $18.99. And postage stamps 1. This kind of goes along with that collage that we were talking about that's really popular right now. Maybe if I go down here, Teresa, I can get rid of some glare. And then we also have Travels 2. So those of you that are traveling, or maybe you want something for your travel journal, here's a really good option. And that one is $22.99, and this one's $23.99. And this is the playful sentiments that goes with the bugs. And I didn't bring the bugs over, but I don't remember what the bugs are called. Do you, Teresa?
No, but I have that one.
But Teresa has it, so get ready. We'll have some good samples with it.
Okay, we have, Kelly, I think that the die that we have does not go with the stamp.
Oh, it doesn't?
It doesn't.
It's not
we
the
don't
shadows?
have.
Okay.
This one goes with a get well sentiment stamp. And it doesn't, we'll have to see about ordering this one.
Yeah, we
because
can do
don't
that.
have it.
We can do that, no problem. Thanks for checking it out, Teresa. Now, okay.
And then we had some
We have
questions. Let me go back. Okay.
Teresa's got some questions coming on, everybody.
Where'd they go? They don't go away, do they?
They just go up. They go up.
Okay.
Here's Good Food Mood, and each word of the title of this has a double O in it, which is interesting.
Oh, sorry. When will the photography kit be coming for junk journals?
Probably in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Couple weeks. Good question, and thank you for asking that.
Someone says that brush will be good for clearing dust off your foil before foiling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be.
And it seemed like there was one more question. Somebody said, did you notice it has your new word darling on it? I don't know which.
Oh my gosh.
Was it a stamp set that you showed?
That is my new word. All right, we need to know what it was.
I don't know what it was.
I'm looking back.
Okay,
You guys, I don't know what it is, but I just love darling. I think that's my new word.
Yeah.
Till I come up with something different.
Okay.
All right. No, good. Two more Elizabeth Craft die sets. This is file folder set 1. So if you look at this die, look, there makes 2 of these file folders. They fold right here in the middle, and you make your own little file folder, kind of like the Tim Holtz ones, but you can make them any color you want out of any paper that you want. And it's got tabs, and oh gosh, look at these little hearts here, how cute those are.
They must layer over the one on the frame, and the flowers too.
I bet they do.
Oh,
and the balloons.
I couldn't tell if those were
doesn't that make you want it, Teresa?
Yeah, that's really cute.
This one is slots and pockets, and this is so basic but so useful.
Those slots are very clever. I got one in another set, and it's a great idea.
Well, and again, I'm mentioning Chris again because she's used this in a journal that she's going to be showing us that everyone's going to love. It's a travel journal, and she used the slots and put tags in them. All right, so that's what we got from Elizabeth Crafts. And then we got some random thing. We got all in Create, but I'm going to show you that here in a minute. Let's go crazy, shall we, Teresa?
Yeah.
So we were talking about the crazy things stamp, which we said is a basic that you need no matter what you're doing. Because you could even put these on photographs if you want to put funny hats or bow ties. You can put them right on your photographs.
Other stamped images.
Yeah, exactly. So that's crazy things, and they coordinate with crazy dogs. Now the crazies came out. When do you think, Teresa? I don't know,
5 years ago.
Maybe 5 years
I
ago.
think so, yeah.
It all started with the crazy birds,
Yeah.
and we have those on order. We don't have them in stock. I think next was crazy dogs, and you guys
No,
look.
cats were first.
Cats. Oh, cats came before dogs.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because I was like, oh, why doesn't he do dogs?
Because you're like, why aren't they doing dogs? But look at those dogs, you guys. Aren't they cute?
They're great. I love to make cards with them.
I did a card kit with these probably 5 years ago or whenever, and one of the cards, I just saw a picture of it. I think this dog was coming out of a paper bag, a small paper bag, and it said something about the cat's out of the bag or something like that. It was really cute, if I do say so myself. So here's the cats, and they're quite fun. They've got a few accessories.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's what Teresa was talking about, the mini birds with the crazy things.
That was the word I couldn't think of.
So these are what the birds look like, but this is a small version. So they made all the little crazy things smaller. And this is $29.99, and the other ones are $24.99. Tracy, are you able to ring the bell? Okay, then we got some random things, and then we're going to show you the new All in Crate that came in. Becky, this needs to be corrected. If you can have somebody do it, or if you know how to do it.
All of them.
And in the system. All right, so Doodlebug. Who doesn't love Doodlebug? And we got in the candy stripe and sprinkles. So one side has got the stripe, and one side has the little sprinkles, and it's all, in all the fun Doodlebug colors. You get 24 sheets. And Teresa, don't you love these for card making because of the smaller patterns? And
those patterns are never going to go out of style.
No. And stripes are happy. Who thinks stripes are happy besides me? And then we also got in the bunnies and baskets. It's all been reordered from Echo Park. So that is all reordered. This is just the collection pack, but it's just an adorable collection. And you're going to see, guess what, a card kit coming from Katie, and it uses this collection. So get ready for that. We're working on getting it together right now. So bunnies and baskets. And then we have a few things from Scrapbook Customs, including Iowa. So we have a die cut that says Iowa. It's got a tractor, and it says Hawkeye State. And speaking of Iowa, we're really sad and sorry, but our teams are out of the.
They are.
They're out of the Sweet Six. They didn't make Sweet 16. Now these are actually die cuts, and you know I love die cuts. And this is football. And look at the pieces; they're big. So if you're doing a scrapbook layout, these are really great for that. They make great confetti, like on a table. If you're having a football themed birthday party, you could even make a little banner with these pieces. You could also stick these on picks out of a cake if you're having, again, a football themed party. Wouldn't that be cute, Teresa?
Oh, yeah.
And we've got big hockey players in our family. So the hockey is the same thing. It's laser cuts. And oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh.
Did you see how big that jersey is? All right. So let's give you a idea of what's in here, because these are only $4.99. And I think I mentioned, Teresa, our great nephew they just won the state championship for age, I think it's 14 and under in Illinois. So look at these. There's a whole rink, you guys, and it says my happy place. And this says stay strong, never give up. And our nephew happens to be a goalie, so that's perfect. Love the skates. But could you see how if you were making, a cake or something, you could put these on picks and they could be sticking around the cake, like hockey. There's the helmet. Lots of little words. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm glad I opened it, Teresa. This is what I would put on the cake if
Oh,
I was
yeah.
doing it.
That's fun.
So perfect. Oh, we don't want to forget the stick.
hockey stick. And those are little pucks?
It
No?
says
Oh,
center and
center.
goalie,
I see.
but there's probably a
They
puck.
look like
Oh,
pucks.
there's a big puck.
Okay, there you go. I'm like, there has to be a puck if there's
So
a
you,
stick.
you can see how nice and big they are for only $4.99. That's a really good deal.
Okay, Kelly. Brenda, this must be the question I missed. Sorry, Brenda. Will we be getting more Mente photography?
Yes, we actually did get more. We just have to get our order, finish checking in our order so it goes online.
Okay.
So we did. It is restocked. And it probably this afternoon after lunch, it should be all online. You can call if you want and get it if you'd like. Okay, here's the same thing in baseball. So if you're maybe into baseball,
Yeah.
or Teresa, also graduation. If you
Oh,
had
yeah.
a graduating person that was in one of these sports, this would be so fun to put out around, maybe with their display of their
On their board.
jerseys or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we also got something new. I don't know that we had these, but these are stickers for baseball. They're just little repeat stickers, and they're $1.79, and this is $4.99 for. I want these sports things, even though I don't need them. I just want them because I love that kind of stuff.
Just in case.
All right, and then I wanted to show this again, our logo. We've got laser cuts. Our friends made us some laser cuts with the new Memory Bound logo. And then remember, we do have Keep Your Crafting Alive in 2025, and we've got it in black, and we've got the teal color of our logo, and we have, I'm calling it green. So
Kind of a
all of that
chartreuse.
Yeah, that's a big word. But yeah,
It's a big 25-cent college word. Kelly.
a 25-cent college
That's what
word.
we always used to say when big words were used. 25 cents college word.
Okay, check that out, everybody. I just love it. It makes me happy.
Yeah, those are nice.
Okay, all right. All right, now probably everyone's been waiting for the LDRS, or I'm sorry, the All and Create.
Yes.
So the new stuff is here for All and Create, and we're going to show you that right now. Right now, hang on to your hats, everybody, because we've got the dies, and this is called Snap Thoughts. Look at all those dies, and it does have the word photo on there. And I'll flip it over because sometimes it's nice to see the dies also. It's $14.99. And then we have, this one is called Polaroid Pop.
Ooh, I like
And
that
that is a Polaroid, isn't it, Teresa?
Yeah.
With the balloons, that must be the pop part. And you can see your Polaroid is actually kind of handy dandy because it's a rectangle. And then you have the square, which is how you can make a Polaroid anytime you want to. But they've made it so you could just use this piece or just use the little square or put them together for $22.99. And this one is called Film Drip. I'm kind of seeing a theme here, Teresa.
Oh, yeah.
So that looks like film. So you get the outside border and then you get the inside rectangle. And this is $25.99.
I like the splats.
So brand new, just came in yesterday. And then this is called Holy Fun. So yeah, I guess it's because it's got little holes on it.
There are a lot of little
But aren't
holes
those
in that.
neat? You
Yeah.
get 3 sizes of the outside frame and then the little inside piece. So that is
They do a great job with their mats.
that's $24.99. They do, and they're just not plain.
Yeah.
And then this is called Retro Numbers. Why does it get out of focus for me? I don't understand
I
it.
think moving it
Am
by
am I moving too much?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so Retro Numbers. And it's got these little scribbles. I don't know if those say anything, Teresa, but they look like. So there that is. It's really another film strip.
Going the other way, though.
Yeah,
Horizontal.
going horizontal. And we just showed you Holy Fun, and then we also have Quirky Post. which is very similar. It's the frames.
I like that one. Of course.
Of course,
The
of course.
postage.
And it's got kind of yeah, like Teresa said, postage. What Teresa said. And then we got in a stamp set that's called Explorer's Layers.
That is very cool.
It's got lots of different things on
Yeah.
it. There's the actual stamps, and that's $14.99. Very interesting. Okay, and then as far as paper goes,
I did not see this yet, so
well, it's brand new.
ooh,
This is Aged Elegance. Oh, we got a little bit of a glare there.
does it
And
look like wood? Yeah.
it does. Look at that.
Oh, cool.
All right, now the next two are the same. They're bright and broken. Well, they look the same. Sorry, they are not the same. Well, they kind of are the same, but they're different sizes. But this is called Bright and Broken. And I want to get rid of that glare because I want you to see these cool colors.
Those are very bright and fun.
Let's flip it over. Whoa.
Ooh,
Whoa.
this would be great for tropical vacations
It
or
would be.
fun for cards too.
And then this one's called Bohemian Boards. So it is very similar, but it's not exactly the same. See, those look the same,
Oh yeah, just bigger.
just bigger. Well, you know what? All they did was rearrange the front cover.
I
think
was
it is
gonna
the
say,
same, but bigger.
That blue kind of looks like basket weave.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
different.
not what it's called.
It's different. All right, we have an extra minute here. This is the last thing we wanted to show you, so let's just open this up. Is this your basket weave,
Yeah.
Teresa?
What
And they
is
are
it? Is it
two-sided.
herringbone? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
herringbone?
there
Is
might
it
be a different
kinda?
name in wood, but yeah,
Yeah.
I would call that kind of a herringbone.
Sharon says perfect for junk journals. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
So you're getting a close eyeball look. And you get one sheet of each. Look at this one.
Mm.
How do they come up with this stuff? I think making these your pages. This is really heavy. It's kind of like 49 in market weight. And I think you could make these your actual pages of your journal. And they would all kind of be cool together. And you could mix the sizes or... So there we go. How do you like that, everybody? That was the Bright and Broken, and the bigger size is Bohemian Boards. All right, Teresa, what do we have for questions?
Lisa says thinks that would be good for the neon junk journal or neon journals, the papers.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're pretty.
It does have kind of those bright colors in it, doesn't it?
Otherwise, I think I got all the questions.
All right, we're caught up then.
Hopefully.
All right, so if we're caught up, we're going to show you this because I was so inspired by this collection. All right,
We are.
I just want to straighten this up a little bit. Okay, so this collection came in from Reminisce, and you guys, Reminisce is an Iowa company, which is kind of cool that we have a company here in Iowa that does scrapbooking supplies. And when it came in, I was so darn inspired. I just loved it. It's got 6 papers, so it's not a huge collection, and a collection pack. So I'm going to show you the papers because I learned something. After I knew I loved it, I learned something about the papers. And the papers are numbered, and it's called the Market. This is paper number 1. And if you notice, this paper, it's got sentiments on it. And I think that's why I ordered so much of it, because how handy is that if you are a card maker? Or if you're not, maybe you just want to, like, you make me smile, you could put that on a layout by a photo. This could be a photo mat, and you put your picture right here. Wouldn't that be cute?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't
Very
I think
easy.
of that? I would have done a sample. So anyhow, paper 1 goes with paper 2. So let me flip it over. So there's the back of paper 1. It's kind of a purple. And there's a lot of purple on here, so it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Paper 2, this is what I learned later. Paper 2 and paper 1 coordinate. I didn't get it at first. You maybe are seeing it right now as you're looking at the paper, that this box here, your 1 in a million, matches this paper right here. This is divided up into 4 6x6 colors. And you'll see that here, this one, Warmest Wishes and Lots of Love, matches this paper here. And you'll see, but it's a smaller pattern. And this one here matches that one. Now the back of this paper is a yellow, which also looks really good with some of these, like that would look really good matted here. So that's paper 1 and 2. I want to show you all the papers, and then I'll show you my projects, and then we'll do a couple things. So this is 1 and 2. And then next, of course, is going to be 3 and 4. So here's paper 3. And you'll see that between paper 1 and 2, there's so many colors here. And when we started the video, I told you this reminded me of like a art museum because of all the florals and the colors. And I just thought it was so cool. And I think that's what inspired me so much. That and the messages. I think having these on here, you got what you need to make yourself some cards. And the back of paper 3 is this really pretty blue. And you'll see that it goes really well with what's on the front, which means you might need 2 sheets. And then here's paper 4. So it's got the backgrounds of what you see, because you'll see how these two go together. And again, just like 1 and 2, this is a smaller pattern, but it matches these flowers here. And there you've got, now this paper right here is totally different than the other papers, which is kind of crazy, but it's their design. And the back of paper 4 is this red, this really pretty orangey red color.
And it says she wants to frame those papers.
They would be perfect framed. They really would. So that's 3 and 4. And then 5 and 6. Remember I told you there's 6 papers in the collection, and here's paper number 5, which is the one with the kind of cut aparts. And the cut aparts are 4 by 6. So you could take this whole piece and cut it out and put it on like a 5 by 7 card, maybe mat it. And I didn't do that, but I should. And then here's the companion paper, which is paper number 6, which is the final paper. And look at these two. I think I used this one on a project, so I'll show you that. And then I really thought, you know, even just let your dreams blossom here, and look how it matches this paper here.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And the back of this paper is kind of a funky basket weave. What would you call that, Teresa?
That's a great way to describe it. I don't know. What's it called? Oh, it's probably called for the front, huh?
It's called the Market 6. They have no names,
Okay.
you guys. And I asked Ryan at Reminisce about this paper because I loved it so much. And I asked him about, you know, why is it called the Market? And I think it was going to be called the Flower Market originally, and then it became a card making collection, so they just called it the Market.
Okay.
All right, so there's the 6 papers. You can get a collection where you get all the papers. There's not a sticker sheet, it's just papers. But you can get a collection pack, and you're going to get 2 of each paper. So if you just want to make sure you have the fronts and the backs and have everything you need, the collection pack is available. And I don't really know how much it is because we just got this in yesterday, the restock. All right, so let me show you what I've made, and I'll try to match it up with the papers. So I'm going to start with this card right here. This is a 5 by 7 card, which is an A7 card, and it says, "You make me smile." And this flower is right off of paper number 3.
Diane's is very bold, and I agree.
That's a good
that
word.
card,
I
I
love
know, it's
that word for
perfect.
it. Thank
That
you.
card then is very bold as well. I
Well, I
like it.
love the teal and the orange, and on the
Yeah.
color wheel, those colors really complement each
I
other.
know.
So with this one, I had to cut up a cut apart because that blue background, I had to have 2 sheets because that is on the back of one of the papers. Is it on the back of the paper I used? Well, yes, it is. Why, yes, it is.
Very
It's
good,
right on the
Kelly.
back of paper number 3. So so there's the background for mine. And then on our calendar, we have pulled out some coordinating cardstock. And what I used for this one is called pumpkin. And that's what I matted with for that one. So I've got a whole selection. So I've got the front of the paper, the back of the paper, and then cardstock called pumpkin. And I believe that's from, well, it doesn't say it's from Doodlebug, but it looks kind of Doodlebuggy. And then I took the You Make Me Smile is from one of the other papers, and then I carefully cut around here to keep that cream colored border on it, and then did a skinny mat in the orange. And I really like it. I hope you guys like it too.
I do.
And then you guys, I got my twine on there because gems and twine. And then look at the edges here. They are roughed up. So I did use the Tim Holtz tool that Teresa's grabbing for me right here. The paper distressor, and that's how I made those edges rough like that. And someone just showed us that recently. I can't remember who it was, but they showed how it's got the little blades in
I
it.
think it was
Never wears
Peggy.
out. Was it Peggy?
Yep.
Thank you, Peggy. Okay, so that is that card. I better keep that handy. You Make Me Smile. Let me put these back so I don't get messed up. And then, Teresa, I made an easel card, but I didn't bring the easel stuff back. Where is the easel card? Here it is. I didn't bring, would you mind getting the easel from Photoplay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here's another card I made. Now this card, it's pretty simple. It's an A2 card, and I took the 2 patterns that coordinated, and one of them I cut a tag out of, and it says you're 1 in a million. And that is from paper number 1. You'll see the small paper right here, and I took the phrase. And then I took the larger version of the paper, which is on paper number 2, right here. I hope this isn't too confusing. And that's my background, and then I cut a tag out of here, punched it. I used the paper distressor around the edge of the tag to rough it up. And then the 1 in a million, I've glued the ends down flat, but I put a pop dot in the middle. So you can kind of see that it kind of comes up in the middle a little bit. It's just really fun to use this paper, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I thought it was really amazing.
People are really liking it.
Good. Hey, check out this one. If friends were flowers, I would pick you. And let me find the paper for that one. I had this all organized before I got here. So that's paper 5 and 6. And you'll see here's the phrase, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. And there's the little piece I put on the front of the card. And then the background of my card is on paper number 6. So I coordinated the same papers, but you don't have
I
to.
like that.
And then I cut this piece down smaller and matted it in black. And I learned that from our friend Maggie. She always talks about matting things in black. And then I popped up this little piece and the little quote, but wait till you open it up. I got a little, wanted to say hello. I fussy cut this little flower just because I had a scrap of paper sitting and then on my desk. And I fussy cut that. And then I used the woodware stamp. And this is mine, and I am missing a stamp, so it must be at home on my Misty. But this stamp is called Mini Background Greetings. And what's kind of cool about this stamp, you get your bigger greetings, and then you get this, like, what would you call that, Teresa? Where
Kind
it's
of
got,
what do they say? Collage? No, subway art?
kind of maybe
Kinda
Subway,
Subway?
but they're all going the same
they're all
way,
going the
but
same way.
they say a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
They would be great for a background. Like you could stamp this thank you in a lighter ink in a background, and then you could stamp thank you very much bolder on top. And I would have done that, but I just thought of it right now as we're talking. So, all right, so that's that card. And then I made an easel card, but I want to show you the front of it first because this one is from the same collection. It's from 5 and 6. So you'll see there's the Just for You from paper 5, and then paper 6 has the background that I used. And there it is over here in the corner. It's kind of hard to juggle all these papers. So this paper, this card, I did it a little different because I used the larger pattern for the background. And then I had this piece, which is cut right off the bottom. Here you can see it's cut right from here. Left that little tan line on it. You know, it was too big, and you can't really get the tan line up on the top because the word's there. So I just had it going off the side, and I really like
Very
that.
clever, yeah.
And then I
I
took
do
the
too.
Just for You and popped it up, put a little of that twine on it so you can see it. And this one's kind of a surprise. I did do some inking on this with the vintage photo because that's my go-to ink, my brown ink. Everybody's got their own brown ink. And then this actually is an easel card. So it sits up like so. Whoops. And I've got the message right here on the back. It says, best wishes to you. And that's from the stamp set from Woodware that we just showed you.
And is that number 5, Kelly, the paper?
That paper is 5 and 6. Yep.
Can you show the back of number 5?
Oh, sure, sure. It's that blue.
Ooh, pretty.
And look how pretty it is with some of the papers here. So the easel card, I use the Photoplay A2 easel card bases. And you get 6 in here. And this is the white because that's what I had. I think black would look pretty too.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
$4.99, and it does come in black, and black is $5.99. Now, can you make your own easel card? Sure, you can. This comes all scored and pre-cut, and that makes it easy for me. So that is an easel card. It's kind of hard to show when you're on this view.
Do you want me to switch views?
Oh, that's okay. All right, then the other thing that I made that I'm really excited about is this coaster. You know, we talk about coasters all the time, and the coasters are just like if you went to the bar or the restaurant, except ours are blank. They don't say Budweiser or Coors or Pepsi or Coke on them. They're just blanks, and they're, I think, 69 cents for this size. It's about a 4x6. And so I took, let's see, what paper was this? Oh, it's the same paper. It's paper number 5. You'll see Let Your Dreams Blossom. And then I did use the background because I really love this paper here and these colors.
That's nice.
And then I forgot to bring the 5-leaf punch from, I think it's EK Success. But the colors that I used here to punch it out with, let me grab these. It punches this, Becky. Becky's grabbing it for us. And the other color is Wisteria, and then black. So this is the Doodlebug Wisteria and the Doodlebug Orchid. And I thought that went really well with this paper here.
The punch might be out of stock, Kelly. We'll
Oh,
see.
okay. It might be out of stock. If it is, it's on order. I did order some. All right, so I used the fringe, everybody, and we're gonna ink some fringe up. So I matched the fringe up using 3 colors of Distress ink. And what I used was colors I never used: Tattered Rose, Shaded Lilac, and Victorian Velvet.
I don't use those very often either.
I don't either, but I had them at home and I mixed them up and they worked really well.
Yeah.
So I just punched out, you could use any type of florals or greenery up here at the top, but I did bend them And there are some, I'll show you some sneaks. There are some foam dots under there holding them up a little bit on some of them. And I double matted it. That black, I think, just makes everything else pop. And then put it on a little easel, and you got a cute little gift.
Lisa just ordered 8 coasters for her last order. She loves making.
Oh, they're so fun. And if you make one and give it to a friend, and I could have covered the back of this with one of these cardstocks. That would have been really nice. Write a note, maybe happy birthday, thinking of you, and your name and the date. And I just think that makes them really very meaningful. Teresa, do we have any questions before we do a couple things?
Nope,
we've got a few minutes here. Let me clean off our space. I hope you guys love these cards as much as I do, because I think they're cool. Okay, so that particular punch is out of stock, but we do have more coming.
The 5-leaf.
The 5-leaf. One thing I wanted to mention was this ribbon. This is a tan seam binding, and gosh, this is a brand new spool. But I thought it would look really good with all of these papers if you wanted a neutral ribbon, and you can buy it by the yard. It's listed on our calendar, so you can see it. And I also think craft paper goes really well with this collection. I think Diane suggested that to me.
Kelly, what was the dark purple color again?
Orchid. It's a Doodlebug orchid, and wisteria were the 2 purples. So we do have this ribbon. You can get it for online by the yard, or you can come in and get it if you like. But it's just, I think if you use something neutral like this, it makes your colors stand out and pop. And I didn't use ribbon because I didn't have this with me when I was making my projects. All right, let's clean off our space. And I got to put down a mat because we're going to put some ink on here, and I'll show you what I did.
Maybe move it up a little bit.
Did I decide this was my fringe, Teresa, or not?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yours.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't want to cut into Memory Bound's fringe when I've got my own package here. So the fringe from Tim Holtz, you get 2 pieces, and they're 1.5 yards each, and they come all wrapped up like this, which is handy. And you guys, Teresa has used this a lot in the past.
It's fun. It's fun to just play with too.
It is. Well, you know what? I'm going to just cut off a piece. I don't know what we're doing with it. But you can just crunch it up like this and just use it as is. And this is what Alicia told me she does. She rolls it in her hands.
Yep.
So I wanted to kind of make it this color, just very lightly colored. So I took my 3 ink pads. I took Tattered Rose and Victorian Velvet and Shaded Lilac, and I did this. I put them on my mat. So there's Tattered Rose. Shaded Lilac I kind of put off to the side because I got a little nervous about it. It looked quite a bit darker. And Victorian Velvet. And seriously, these are colors that most of us never use. And then I used my sprayer, and the Distress sprayer is so nice because you can lock it. So you just lock it. There's a little tab here. So we got to unlock it. And I sprayed it. I gave them a good spray because I wanted a light color. And then I sprayed my fringe. I don't know if you're supposed to do this, but this is what I made up the other night. And then I just kind of put it in here. And I think because I used a lot of water, I should have brought a heat tool, but we'll do one other thing while it dries. And then I felt like it wasn't really getting dark enough, so you know what you do? You add a little more ink. Teresa, is this how you've done it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use a blending tool too, whatever works for you. If you want a really dark color, you can use your Distress spray.
Oh, yeah.
That'll make it really intense.
Oh, remember, we're going to do the antique linen. We'll do that while this dries. So I'm not adding any more water to this, so it'll be a little bit darker. So we're going to make this one a little bolder than we did the first go around. And let's get some of that purpley stuff. That's what kind of makes it the lavender color. Okay, I think we got it pretty good because I'm just doing it light. Now you could do it as dark as you want. Let me get something to wipe my mat off with. I told Teresa I was nervous about messing up this mat today. But we'll wipe it right off and clean it up. And I'm going to set this aside to dry, everyone, while we can wait for that to dry. And I'll set this aside. Now, I did something else that I just wanted to show you because you can use this paper for layouts. So while that dries, I just wanted to show you how I just cut one of those papers in strips, and then I use this punch that we showed. No, we haven't shown this, have we, today?
Nope.
All right, so so if you wanted to do this same technique, basically I took one of these sheets, one of these 6x6 sheets, and I cut it in like, an inch and a half, and then I cut it like in an inch, and then I cut it in an inch and a quarter, and then like in a half inch. Let's do 3/4. So then what I did, I laid them out, and they actually match here. That is the pattern. So then you could lay them out here like so. I'm not going to match them now because you know what? I want to cut up another one. And I just want to mix these up.
Oh, that's going to be pretty.
Isn't that going to be kind of
like
neat?
that.
Because you might have extra pieces like this
Mm-hmm.
in your when you're doing this. And maybe I don't need all of these. So then I took this punch, which is from We Are Makers, and it is what is this called? The banner punch. It's $26.99. And Diane showed that.
There you go.
So all you do is put your piece in, and look, you got a perfect banner. Isn't that fun?
That's so easy.
And it has guides on here. Now you can cut your banners if you want to.
I know, but they're perfect this way.
They are. Now when they get skinny, like this one, it gets a little tricky. I just eyeball it because there are guides here to show you where to put your paper. And you could do this on a card front. You could do it on a mixed media project, on your junk journal.
Oh, look, you have
And
tabs with
I
the
know.
leftovers.
Look at these. Wouldn't these be fun to use?
Yeah,
All right,
that's
I'm going to
cute.
brush them off to the side.
Okay.
So then what I did was I just kind of lined it up how I wanted it to be. Let me get my ink. Now, we're doing it quick today, but when you're doing this, you could kind of lay them out where you want them, and then you notice they're hanging off to the side. Ooh, should I butt them up? I think I'm going to butt them up next to each other since we didn't do that before. Oh, there we go. Well, I'll pull that one in a little bit. I think this is going to be cool, Teresa. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. Great way to use extras.
Yeah, it's a great scrap. This is a great scrap technique too for you guys if you're. Okay, so we got them all glued on, and then all we have to do is go through and cut off these ends. And you could do this on your trimmer, which is probably what I would do. And there you have a border for a layout.
Nice.
And that paper actually had this sweet memories, which I'm sure we could figure out something to do with that to make it kind of cool too. All right, so what do you guys think about that? It's a good scrap technique. It's a good way to use these papers here that you get that you might not need.
Definitely.
And I
Oh,
think I
yeah.
would trim sweet memories and maybe even have it coming off of the top or something.
I love the
Ooh.
punch.
I don't know if this is going to work, but let's do it. Oh, it didn't work. Didn't work.
Never
I was
mind.
thinking we could have this right here, but
Yeah.
we'll figure that out later. Okay, so Teresa, what do we have for questions?
They're liking the layout.
I wish
Looks
I had,
awesome.
I should have brought a heat tool, but that's okay. Let's see. All right, well, shall we review then? I still have lots and lots of things to make. Like I've got a card planned here to make, and I will make that and put it in the pictures for our blog. So that is the market. And boy, the colors are just about the same, aren't they?
They are. You did a good job.
And Teresa, I was thinking if you want to do it for Easter, if you want to use the fringe for Easter, you could
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
get scattered straw and maybe saltwater taffy. Just pull out your Easter colors
That would be fun.
and
for
make some
Easter.
fringe. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think, Teresa, do you think this could be, you could use it to hang stuff like for a banner? Do you think it's strong enough?
Depending on what you
Maybe
hang
it
from
depends.
it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to get that dry. And why don't we flip cameras around? Teresa, do you have any idea what we're doing tomorrow? Oh,
No.
I know. And we need to go get something for it. I just remembered. Okay. Let me come back over here to the camera.
The picture is great, or the picture. The fringe is great for like faux grass. You know, if you have a little basket.
Do it in green. Yes.
Yeah,
Or
we
whatever
use it
color.
at Christmas
Whatever.
time in those
Yeah.
little tins, just crunching it
Yes,
up.
crunching it up. You're right.
Yeah, it's a good filler.
It's $4.99 and
How
it's
much
fringe.
do you get? You get a lot
You get
of it.
2 pieces and they're each 1.5 yards. So you get
Yeah.
3 yards with Tim Holtz fringe.
Yeah. It
And
makes me think I need another package.
I know. I can tell that you're thinking about
But
that.
I don't even know where my first 2 packages are.
Well, I've had mine for a while, but I've never used it till
I
today.
try to use it and not hoard it.
So, Teresa, would you mind getting the floral shop card kit?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we appreciate you joining us today. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the new product that's come in. Oh gosh, you guys, we didn't spray the antique linen like we were going to. All right. Well, we're gonna do it when Teresa comes back because I said we would and we will. So I hope you enjoyed crafting along with us and using the market from Reminisce, the new collection that I just absolutely love. And I loved it right when it came in the door. Actually, I loved
Yeah.
it. We got a sample of it
When
and we
you
ordered
ordered
it
it,
and I
yep.
loved it. So, and we got a reorder in yesterday. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like the new product. Tomorrow, Penny's going to be here and it's a craft along. And she's going to be making the cards from Simple Stories from their floral shop collection. And they're beautiful. This whole collection is gorgeous. And she's going to be making those. So if you want to craft along live, tomorrow have all your pieces punched out and ready to go. It's good if you sort them by card. And
Yes.
you can tell what they are because there's directions. You can look at the picture and probably tell how to sort them up. But she'll be doing that. You can do it later also if you want, but I think you're going to love these cards. Penny will be making those tomorrow.
I love them. I already brought the card kit.
Teresa already has the cards.
I've already made
Okay.
one card. So
Teresa, we said we were going to spray the antique
Oh,
linen
yeah.
just like Alicia, be cool like Alicia. What should we spray it on? We're going to probably have to flip the camera back.
Well, I was going to say you could spray the fringe. I mean, it might show
Oh,
a
should we?
little, but
Okay, let's try it. It's wet, so it might. Or should I just do some new fringe? Are you thinking new
Yeah.
fringe? Okay. All right, let's do some new fringe here, guys. Teresa, would you crumple it up first or would you spray it first?
I crumple it first.
Okay.
But
So we're going to crumple it up. Let's move these out of the way. And I think we can crumple it some more, but I will probably get messy hands, but that's okay. All right, so let's take the antique linen, which is what Alicia said she uses on everything, and even on fabric, and we're going to go ahead and spray our fringe. Sorry, we were signing off and telling you goodbye, and then I remembered we hadn't done this. And guess what? I think it's,
no.
are you kidding me? All right, it looks like it.
Maybe if you tilt it towards the sprayer.
All right. Where's that new bottle at?
Here, it's not open.
Okay, Teresa's going to open us a new bottle. Let's try putting it on something else too that I've already made. Let's put it on here. This is a card I'm going to be making, and we're going to spray this too.
They put this plastic on pretty tight. I can't find it. Do you have scissors?
I have these big scissors. I feel like we're falling apart here at the end, everybody. Let's see. Do those work? They're very sharp. I can probably.
Here, I got it.
Okay.
No.
We're just going to spray away. Teresa, you're the
Once
best.
you start.
You guys, Teresa's frantically opening up for us. All right, so we're going to use the Distress Spray Stain Antique Linen. And what I liked about Alicia's was sometimes you didn't really even notice. You wouldn't have even known it was on there. Oh, this is cool. I do love it, Teresa.
Yeah.
I just want to keep spraying away. So we're going to have to let that dry and take a picture of it. But I think it's pretty cool. And you know what? We're just going to have to crumple it up because that's just what we're doing. So see how it goes from white. Teresa, you have to do that for me. Let me get a white. It goes from kind of a whitish to this really kind of fun, I don't know, antique-y color.
Yeah. I like that.
I do too. Now I did get
There's
some.
a good spot over here.
There you go. So you can see it. Let's get it up close. Here. I'm going to put it on here so you can see it. Ooh, looks really neat on there. So you can see the difference. And then I'm going to use it on, I don't know how, but I'm going to use it with this. And we'll, like Teresa does, we'll check back with it. And so I've sprayed this, and I'm going to spray this. And then we'll check back we'll show you what we do with these pieces.
You got to use the fringe on that
tomorrow.
color.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I have to use the fringe on it now. So, all right. Well, everyone, thank you so much. You guys are the best Facebook and YouTube fans ever. We really appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll be back tomorrow. And remember, tomorrow is a craft along with Penny, and we're making these flower shop cards. So until then, we'll see you later, everyone.
Okay, I can't remember where the